Good afternoon, students. This is the another topic of Unit 5, that is organizational development. So, what is organizational development? First of all, we will understand what is the organizational development. Organizational development, as the name indicate itself, in this topic we will discuss about the development of the organization. But now the question is why we do organizational development and why we are studying organizational development. So basically it is a study of successful organizational change and performance. Organizational development emerged from human resource study in 1930. First time it comes into the picture in 1930, during which psychologists realized that organizational structure and process influence worker behavior and motivation. Yes, in the organization, again I am telling you, it comes into the picture in 1930, during which psychologists जो थे, different behavioral psychologists who realized that कि जो organization का structure है, organization structure and process should influence upon workers behavior and motivation. So what is it? It is an objective based approach to system change within an organization. How the system change, what are the different forces which makes an organizational change. So organizational development enable organization to build and sustain a new desired state for the entire organization. What will be the new desired state, where we want, what changes we want to see in our company, what development we want in our company, comes into the organizational development. So it is, as it is written in the PPT also, it is a planned approach to improve employee and organizational effectiveness by conscious intervention in those process and structure that have an immense bearing on the human aspect of the organization. How the organization will develop, what are the different perspective on which and management has to put focus so that organization can develop. It is, as I told you, it is a perspective which is related with the development and the motivation of the employees working in the organization. So organization development is achieved through the communication. We have to communicate with our employees what they want, and it's a process of supporting the development in the architect of the organization. The behavior of employees should also be taken into consideration, and we have to see what are the what are the effects which make an employee more effective, more efficient in the organization. So next slide is features of organizational development. So feature is OD is an educational strategy. As I told you, it is a study. It is a field of study in which we have to study the organization on the different perspective. So OD is an educational strategy that attempts to bring about a planned change. OD related to the real organizational problems instead of the hypothetical cases. We cannot imagine in the OD what will be the problems in future. No, we have to be very practical. We have to discuss the current problems, the current issues which are prevailing on the organization, and the factors which are becoming the hindrance in the organizational growth and development. So OD related uses sensitivity training methods and lay emphasis on the experiment of based training. So all these are the three perspective of organizational development. Next is, fourth point is, it is a change agent or almost external consultant outside of the organization. So it is basically a change agent. ये एक change agent की तरह काम करता है. Change agent की तरह काम क्यों करता है? Because it brings a positive change in the organization. जो loopholes है, जो gray areas हैं organization के, where organization are not improving, so it helps. Basically it's a comprehensive strategy for organizational improvement. So it brings changes in the organization. That's why it is called change agent. Next is, the external change agents and internal organization executive establish a collaborative relationship that involves mutual trust, influence, and jointly determined goals. Forces for change in the organization, as we have studied in the previous slide, forces for change in the organization, there are basically two forces of changes in the organization. And what are those forces of changes in the organization? One is external and one is internal. So what are the external forces? External forces are those forces which are beyond the reach of the organization, which are beyond the अप्रोच ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जिसमें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कुछ भी नहीं कर सकती, एंड दे हैव टू बी डिपेंड ऑन अदर्स, एंड इंटरनल आर विच आर इन द reach of the organization. They, if they want, they may change in it. So there are basically two types of changes in the organization. We will discuss them one by one. One is external forces, technological change, globalization, so social and political changes, and workforce diversity. See, as I told you, external forces are forces caused by the external agent present outside of the system, है ना, जिसमें कंपनी की कोई रीच ही नहीं है, कंपनी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग, इट इज बियॉन्ड द रीच ऑफ द कंपनी, सो दे आर कॉल्ड द एक्सटर्नल force. And internal forces are the forces that exchange by the object in the system. They may cause acceleration in different parts of the system but does not cause any acceleration in the center of the mass. So this is the external forces and the internal forces. So first of all, we will discuss about the external forces. It is a technological change. If there is some technological change comes in prevails into the atmosphere, then company has to change it. Uh, 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 Company has no right to prevent for it. If technological change aega, then company has to change. Next is globalization. Due to globalization also, company, what the company has to do, company has to be bear on it. एंड सोशल एंड पॉलिटिकल चेंजेस अगर कोई आते हैं, सोसाइटल कोई चेंज है या पॉलिटिकल कोई फोर्सेस हैं, देन अगेन कंपनी हैज टू चेंज इट. एंड नेक्स्ट इज वर्क फोर्स डाइवर्सिटी इज द इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस ड्यू टू विच कंपनी हैज टू चेंज their way of doing the things. Next is internal. Internal forces, change in the managerial personnel. If some person in the organization change, effectiveness, if the effectiveness of the organization is declining, then again will be a problem. Change in the workforce climate, अगर workforce का climate ही change हो जाए, then it is again internal forces. Deficiency in existing system, अगर डेफिशिएंसी है एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम में किसी भी तरह की, इन दी इकोनॉमिकली या फिर रॉ मटेरियल की या फिर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट की, एम्प्लॉयज की, एनी टाइप ऑफ डेफिशिएंसी. क्राइसिस है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में किसी भी तरह का, अगर एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेक्टेशन इंक्रीजेस सडनली. सो दीज आर ऑल आर द इंटरनल फोर्सेस. Process of change, it is very important. Process of change is comes into the three step: unfreezing, change and freezing. Unfreezing and change in freezing. So unfreezing matlab it reduces forces for status quo, and in change developing new attribute, values and behaviors. Refreezing is basically related to the reinforcing new attribute, value and behavior. Yes, we have to adopt new techniques of values and behavior. So it is basically रिड्यूसिंग फोर्सेस फॉर स्टेटस क्यू. हमें वो अनफ्रीज करने होंगे वो चीजें जो हमको चेंज होने के लिए हमें रोक रही हैं, विच आर बिहेविंग एज अ वी कैन से कि विच आर बिहेविंग लाइक कि वी शुड नॉट चेंज, जो रेजिस्ट कर रही हैं एम्प्लॉयज को चेंज होने के लिए. वी हैव टू अनफ्रीज दैम एंड वी हैव टू डेवलप न्यू थॉट्स, न्यू एट्रीब्यूट्स, न्यू वेज, है ना, न्यू एवेन्यूज ऑफ चेंजिंग, new values, new behavior, and then we have to refreeze the new values, new behavior, and we have to be on the same path. Resistance to change we will do in the next slide. So students, this much in this slide. Okay, thank you.